We know him as our best friend. Let's give it up for Tanner! This thing on? How's everyone doing? Good? Sorry, I didn't really look when when Michael asked, but how many people own a business in this crowd? Okay, a lot. Awesome. How many people have employees in that business? Amazing. How many of those employees really care about your business just as much as you do? Who can raise their hand? 1, 2, 3. I love it. Last night, I flew into New York. That's where we are, right? New York? Yesterday, I was also in Vegas, so I was like, you know. But Eamon right here, he's our creative director. I felt so lucky because I was in the room and he goes, dude, I fucking love this company. Sorry, am I not allowed to swear? Is that okay? We're good? So, sitting on that and being around amazing people, I'm just so blessed to be up here. Thank you to Power Team. Thank you to everyone that made this happen. And yeah, I'm just kind of going to get into it. I am this Instagram kid. I'll get into social media, but I really want to speak about some of the lessons that I've kind of learned over the past year. Getting back to 2019, I dropped out of school, or 2018. And one of the first things my godfather told me, who is majorly successful, his company is going public for $10 billion, and best piece of advice he ever gave me was hire the best freaking people that you can. Now, with that being said, a lot of people these days rely on services that don't provide the best value. And that's why really moving forward in all the technology, AI, and different things that can happen in a business, it's so important now more than ever to use real people, right? So getting back to the biggest lesson that I think that I've learned in 2018 through 2021 is just to hire the right people. I'm going to get into this platform. TAN Social stands for Taking Action Now on Social Media, and Instagram literally changed my life. I was 18 years old. I went off to school to become a musician, and 2 weeks in, I was working since I was 11 years old, and I really saw no financial out when everything happened. And I had all these friends who are Instagram influencers. I'm not one. You know, I kind of not look like it, but it's kind of a common misconception. But anyways, with that being said, I saw so many people getting so big off these social media platforms. I was like, how can I get in? How can I get in? And I got an internship in the Masters of Financial Engineering department over at Cal Berkeley. Who knows where Cal is? How many people are from California? 1, 2, 3, 4. Love it. So that's really where my education kind of changed. Was I had no idea what I was doing with my life, and I saw all these people that were going to succeed, work at YouTube, Google, Facebook, Instagram, and there was a skill called media buying. How many people hire a media buyer, have a marketing team? 2? Any more? No? All right. So there I really just started working on ads, getting really good at basic lead generation. Facebook ads that point to a funnel, a lot of things what these people have been speaking about on stage. And I got really good at it. One thing led to another, which led to another, which my company later got acquired November of last year. We ended up moving to Vegas from San Francisco. And last year I spent a little over $4 million on Facebook ads. Now, what I've learned in that time is with going back to having the right people, when you're on an online platform, you literally just need to have the best offer available to someone. How do you create an irresistible offer? And I'm going to go into why and how this all ties in with Instagram. Who wants to know about Instagram? All right, the whole room. I'll shut up soon and get into it. Anyways, going back to when you have an irresistible offer and it's online, how do you buy something from someone? Does anyone know this? There's 2 points. There's trust and value. How much value are they providing? And how do you trust that person? If I just came up here and presented a $10,000 offer, had no background, didn't tell my story, I couldn't tell you guys who I was, it wouldn't really go too well, right? I think I would sell 0. Opposed to when you have a product and you're presenting it online in a funnel. Have you ever been there on a digital marketing funnel and got something for $1? Then by the end of the funnel, it's like $497? Raise your hand. How does that happen, right? So I'm gonna get this whiteboard, or drawing board. And why does this tie into Instagram? Where's Michael? Michael, do you remember the first pillar of a personal brand? There are three. It's a little test for you. No? All right, it's going to be credibility. I didn't graduate. I don't know if I spelled that correctly. If I didn't, I apologize. So, like I was saying, there's three pillars of a personal brand. The first one is going to be credibility. The second one is going to be branding and content. Who wants to guess the third one? Anyone? No? Value, trust, that's close. Selling, monetization, right? So, everyone wants to skip these two first steps and go here. But you can't even have this unless you have these first two. But you also, what's the point in putting any time or energy into credibility and branding and content if you don't have a way to monetize? For us, being so young and growing up with these platforms, I know why people go ahead and have the cool pictures on Instagram. They go and put so much time and effort to get, and money too. I've seen people spend $10,000 just to get videos. Why are you doing the videos if you have no way to monetize that, right? So the first one with credibility, and going through a lot of our clients, that's where we start. But that's step one. Step zero is making sure that we actually have a way to monetize. If someone comes to me and they're just like, Tanner, I want to blow my Instagram, I need more engagement, I need all US followers. Why do you want all these things if there's no way to monetize them, right? Who has a product that's over $1,000 in this room? Who has a product that's over $5,000 in this room? How many people have a product that is a monthly subscription-based service? Awesome. So, this is an online brand. I'm going to talk about personal branding yourself. So again, who owns a business in this room? You are the face of your company. The way that you are going to go make these online relationships, and the way that I really changed my life, was putting myself out there. I branded myself as a musician, an entrepreneur, and like a traveler back in the day when I was 18, 19 years old. And I met all my, not all, I didn't meet Eamon through Instagram, but my other two partners, Massimo and Todd, I both met through Instagram. 3 years ago, I flew out to New York. It was my second time here, and I met my partner who's not here because he's not vaccinated. I wish, he had his vax card and could get in. But we met on Instagram, and I met him through his dropout video. He got on top of a desk, chugged a beer, and dropped out, right? Sounds like a degenerate. But I actually went to his page and saw that he was all interested in entrepreneurship and making money online and doing something a little different than everyone else was doing, not the traditional route. And really, then 3 months later, I met my other business partner, Todd. It all starts with just one DM. But the reason that we respond to each other and the reason that you meet people is you have to create your page into a digital asset. If you don't have your page as a digital asset, or you don't have any content on your page, like right now, I removed all my content from my page. If everyone goes to my Instagram right now, Tanner James with 2 R's, I don't have any content. I'm not an asset. I did that for the pure purpose of speaking here today. I'll go over everyone's Instagram and I'll show you guys some other things soon. But getting back to the credibility, branding, and content, credibility, branding, content, monetization. It starts with being credible. People need to know who you are online. People need to have that trust factor, right? They only buy from people that they like and they trust. Trust and value at the end of the day, right? The way that we do this is by getting people over a certain amount on Instagram. Once you have above 10,000 followers on Instagram, you have the swipe up feature. How many people see people on Instagram go, hey, I'm selling this product, just swipe up? Raise your hands, come on, don't be shy, let's have fun. Cool. How cool would that be if you had your business, you had followers, you had a following of entrepreneurs, business owners. Who sells direct to consumer and who sells B2B? B2B, raise your hand. Who sells B2C? Still, regardless, if you had a swipe up feature on Instagram, it would make your sales go up, correct? If you had the right audience. Now, the other thing about credibility is going to be getting yourself featured in different press. How do we do that? Well, there's the traditional way of hiring a publicist, pitching stories, and moving forward like that. Or people on our team that already have experience in that can push different press releases to different pages. The whole thing, who sees people also, oh, I'm featured in Fox, when in reality it's like Fox from like Wisconsin. Has anyone seen that? Honestly, yeah, raise your hand. So it's credibility in a way, but in my opinion, that's not really right? It's perceiving someone in a wrong manner. So the way to really get credibility is to, who's actually achieved something? Raise your hand if you think you've achieved something. Raise them high, keep them up. Everyone has a story, right? In our process, when we work with clients, we really have to draw what separates you from the competition. If you don't separate yourself from the competition, you're not going to win. You're not going to be the person that you want to be unless you can really dominate your competition, right? So what sets you apart? That's kind of where we start. We start with our clients and we start with the credibility. We get them Instagram followers and then we get them the press. And let's say not fake press, real press. The second part is branding and content. Do you guys see Eamon right here and Dylan in the corner? These guys travel all around with me. I'm very blessed. We capture all this content. We capture content for our clients. We capture content for ourselves. And it's what we put on our page to actually make people want to engage with us. The biggest thing when we first work with clients is that they think social media needs to be so staged, right? How many of you are staging social media content? That means having like the ring light in front of you, having a script, looking down at that script. Is anyone doing that stuff? No? I'm not going to come at you if you do. That's not bad. I'm just saying, social media is a social platform. You go on there to socialize. You don't go on there to have movie-style content that, you know, is gonna, you want to show your authentic self, especially as a business owner. Now, these two pillars of branding and content and credibility, that's what's going to drive your monetization. When you start running ads and you start seeing that you're getting people coming into your page and wanting to work with you, that's because of your branding and content and your credibility.